So Donald Trump's lawyers are now saying that he does not have to support the Constitution. Because in the 14th Amendment, it says that anyone who previously taken an oath to support the Constitution, who later engages in insurrection or rebellion, shall not hold any office. And they're saying, well, the presidential oath doesn't actually say support. The presidential oath says, I solemnly swear to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution. It doesn't say support the Constitution, so therefore it doesn't apply to presidents. Yeah, I actually said that out loud. That's actually the truth. That's actually how they're spinning this thing. They're saying that the 14th Amendment applies to everyone but a president. So what they're saying is the Founding Fathers went in there and they put this amendment in place. They put it in place to protect us from an insurrectionist or someone who engaged in rebellion seizing power again. They put that all in place, and it applied to everybody except the president, except the leader of the free world. It just didn't apply to him. You can't make this shit up. How the hell do you preserve, protect, and defend something that you don't support? And why would anyone want to give power to anyone who says out loud, I don't have to support the Constitution? We hear these MAGA Republicans on a daily basis brag about being constitutionalist. And they bring the Constitution up all the time, and they cherry pick from it, and they use it whenever they want to use it. And now they're saying, we don't have to support it. And they wonder why we call bullshit. They wonder why we call them hypocrites. They get mad at us for saying that's hypocritical, but what else is it? And this is not about Democrat and Republican, okay? This is not about liberal and conservative. This is not about left versus right. Ask yourself this question. I don't care where you fall on the political spectrum. I don't care how far left you are. I don't care how far right you are. I don't care where you sit somewhere in the middle. Ask yourself this question. Why would you want to elect a person to be the leader of the free world who says, I don't have to support the Constitution? Why would you want that? That should scare the living shit out of anybody. But they're throwing all their support behind it. Yeah, he don't have to support it. That ain't no big deal. He just has to preserve it and protect it and defend it. He don't have to support it. And these are the same people who have sat and told us, oh, if you give away school lunches, that'll lead to communism. If you give kids a free education, that'll lead to communism. If you give away free health care, that'll lead to communism. But yeah, just give one dude all the power in the world and tell him he don't have to support the Constitution, and that won't do it. I never thought in a million years I would ever be sitting in this chair having this conversation with y'all. I really didn't. Because they've preached the Constitution and screamed it in our face so long, I was pretty sure they supported it, but now they don't. They don't support the Constitution. They want to be able to use the Constitution when they can to weaponize it against other people. They want to be able to pick from it and borrow from it when they can, and when it goes against something they're trying to push through, they want to do away with it. So they don't want to preserve it. They don't want to protect it. And they don't want to defend it. So why have him take the oath? Why have any president take the oath going forward? What's the point? What's the point in saying, I solemnly swear to preserve, protect, and defend it, if you're going to get in there and say, well, in this case, no, I'm not going to support that. I'm not going to preserve that part of it. I'm going to leave that part out to do what I want to do. If you leave a part out and do what you want to do, you're not preserving it. You're not protecting it. And again, I'm just a poor hillbilly that went to a poor high school in southeast Kentucky, and I can see through this. And they can too. I almost said they can't see through it. No, they can. They're just trying to make any excuse they can to regain power so they can install an authoritarian dictator and do away with democracy altogether. And that's not hyperbole. That's just the cold hard truth. And what it's going to take, it's going to have to, as bad as I hate to say this, it's going to have to happen. And when it happens, these people will sit back at it. They won't worry about it at first until one day it affects them. And then they'll start crying and moaning. And when they do, we'll just roll back that beautiful bean footage of all the videos we've sat here and did, warning them that that's exactly what they intended to do.